young thug.
Man, and in Phil, you reminded me of something I heard in Philadelphia. A father and his 9-year-old son were hit by stray bullets at a scene where they found 70+ bullets.
See?
This dude just shooting at each other. 70+ bullets, dude.
Yeah, you got
father and his son lose their life just like that.
I seen videos of I seen ring videos of people in back east having shootouts on the street, running and shooting at the same time. Ain't no aiming, jumping off. Bullets are just flying for no apparent reason. You trying to keep somebody off your ass. Meanwhile, you trying to run down the street and you doing this shit right here. Okay, that ain't gonna never work. Okay, you looking to bring all hell on your ass. Okay, that means you have no regard for anyone. Okay, you just want to get out of there. You, in most cases, you do want to say, "I lit off on them fools. We got away," but you killed somebody in the meantime. Oh, you need to get your enemy though. Well, the case don't go like that. They don't. The DA gonna say, "Well, you know what? You didn't kill your enemy. You killed somebody else. I'm gonna let you slide." No, motherfucker, you finna get roasted. You're about to get roasted. Okay,
man. Dude, like a marshmallow. You know what? I know you talked about it this past Thursday with Dr. Dre, and if anybody hasn't checked out the Thursday show, make sure you guys tune in on Thursdays to Legendary Connects with Lonzo and Dr. Dre, the East Coast Dr. Dre from Yo MTV Raps. But you guys kind of touched it. Yes, you guys talked about this the majority of the show, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it here. I would love to know your thoughts on guns and gun control in general. You know what, man, we can do about all this shit going on.
I think I'm sorry, man. I know people got them. Like AR-15s are too much. They're not a good hunting weapon. First of all, they showed footage of what an AR-15 does to the animal.
Oh yeah, the bullets go everywhere.
Hey, come on, dude. You're not hunting. You just massacring some shit. Okay, that is a weapon of war, dude. That's a weapon of war. Okay. Unless you are in a full-blown war somewhere in a foreign country, hopefully not America, I don't see the need for a shotgun, a rifle, pistol. I know Canada has banned all type of guns. They're about to put a handgun ban on Canada in a minute.
Wow. I heard something like that yesterday or today,
Canada's banned handgun, large capacity rifles a while ago. Guns in Canada can only have like five rounds in a clip. Nothing more.
I'm fine with that. That's all I need right there.
Okay, if you can't get it done with 5, you need to either take you some shooting lessons or start running. Okay, and like I was told my buddy the other day, we were talking about this the other day. I said, if you see all these posters, all these signs say, store your gun safely at home, make sure they're not accessible to kids and teenagers, blah blah blah. Think about this for a second. Somebody break into your house. And they get in your house before you really realize they in the house. Unless you in the room where the gun is at, got the key or a combination of the lock ready to go at any given moment in time, the gun is gonna be useless. Because the burglar pretty much coming with his shit in his hand. Okay? The only time it's gonna be, and then here's in California law, you have to be in direct, you or a loved one has to be in direct threat of a life-threatening situation where you can really shoot somebody. If he ain't got a gun, this is the law. If he got a gun or a knife, if you have a gun or a knife directly to the throat, temple of somebody that you love, okay? And if he's backing out the room, you can't shoot him. If he's in your front yard, you can't shoot him. A life has to be a direct threat. Now, I'm quite sure they didn't play some games and they finagled evidence to make sure homeowners didn't go to jail. But the legal definition, home defense, if someone in your house has to be in direct threat of losing their life, you have to go find the combination, open the key, nervous, in the dark. Ain't no time out. Hold on, let me get my gun right quick. No, ain't none of that shit.
Exactly.
Let me get my gun right back, okay? You got to go find your pistol, get to your gun, and possibly load it, because I don't think they recommend your shit is loaded.
You're supposed to separate. Yeah, you're supposed to have them in a separate location.
Okay, so you got to load it, which means they're gonna hear you by now. They're gonna see you fumbling around. Especially if you got a single story house. Okay, I mean, come on, man. I mean, I don't hear a lot of stories where guns have really saved anybody. I hear more people getting killed by accident. I hear more people, kids, and snuck out the house, came back in, popped thought it was a burglar, fire out, shot your son, your daughter. I've heard a lot of that. I haven't heard a lot of people that, yeah, AR-15 saved my life. Okay. Now I got a buddy of mine that's probably watching the show where he actually was involved in a situation. He didn't get a chance to get his gun, but his wife saved his ass. Okay.
Wow.
His wife saved his ass,
yep.
grabbing homeboy by the nuts or something like that, that he was able to get consciousness. But again, the gun didn't save him. So I just think, man, that something has to be done. Maybe some strict laws on because the problem you got is there's no federal regulations. It's only statewide regulations. So even though Chicago may have a strict gun law, Indiana ain't got shit. So you can go to Indiana, buy your guns, and drive back home. Okay? The same law. I mean, like right now, I was in Arizona. I was looking to buy a gun in Arizona. Just didn't have time to go look for it. I could have bailed it to my house. I think, I'm not sure. But if I was in Arizona, because Arizona, you go buy a gun like you buy bubble gum, give you information, and hey man, have my nephew buy it and send it to me. I buy it from him. So you got a lot of ways to work around situations that are really crazy, Doc. You know, I'm just tired of every time I look around, you got all these folks dying from gun violence, and it's just, you know, nobody in Congress or the Senate seems to give a damn. They care about the money they get from the NRA more than they care about the lives of the people that's voting for them.
Let me ask you, what do you think? Because I want to play devil's advocate. How do we? Let's say we do ban guns, right? Which I don't think you're calling for a federal ban. But let's say we ban guns. How are we going to stop that from the guns from getting in the bad guys' hands? Because, you know, drugs are illegal, but motherfuckers are still buying drugs.
Yeah. You know,
that's the only thing that's like, man, I'm with you. Like, I'm with you. And then I'm like, fuck, even though they're going to ban guns, and which I'm fine with having a 5-shooter, that's all I need. But that's not going to stop the bad guys from still putting their switches on the guns and getting the guns from this and that.
Well, you know, hey man, I think at some point in time, if you really want to do that, you know, if you really want to have a ghost gun or automatic weapon, if they were banned and you get caught with one, you got a major headache, dude. I mean, and then slap you on the wrist bullshit, okay? But it has to be done. That has to be done federally. And
it should be strong. I agree with you. Yeah, it should be strong.
That's the difference in Canada versus America. America's everything is done statewide, where Canada says, with the Trudeau says, we're not doing no more guns in Canada. We're gonna do a buyback and no more no weapons over five rounds per clip. Okay, and they did a buyback and did a bunch of other things, and they're looking to ban handguns. They said, whatever you got now, you better hold on to them, because if this shit passes through, ain't no more gonna be sold.
Yeah.
And see, that's because the feds, the government of Canada is not controlled by the NRA.
A lot of money.
And a good shotgun to do a whole lot. Okay, a good shotgun, I got a Mossberg pump shit, clear out some shit. Okay. Yeah. So a good shotgun and a 380, a 9mm. I mean, it's nothing wrong with having one. It's just that I don't think people need to have an arsenal. They collectible shit. Come on, man. You know, and I think if you had the license and insure them, and if you got caught with an illegal gun that wasn't insured, now you got a whole nother headache. I wasn't licensed for the gun. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that we don't do, is that we make it too easy, and the cost is too too cost effective. Okay, I know during the pandemic I bought 500 rounds of my gun, and they cost me more money than I ever spent all my life. But that's all they had. Okay, they cost me a grip. I had to wait for them. I just couldn't go get them. For my 380, I had to go get I bought a bag of guns. Man, they're like, oh, this way, bro. Yeah, you need some money for these right here. I bought them. And I couldn't even get kind of the shells I wanted for my shotgun. But anyway, if you had to insure it, and have a license for it and renewed it from time to time. One, that would be another revenue stream for gun owners, and also it would allow. I think it would eliminate having so many of them, because just like you have a bunch of cars, if you got your car in your driveway, you got a car in your driveway, whether you drive it or not, unless you file for a non-operation slip, you got to have insurance and registration on it. Okay, you got to have it insured and registered. Okay, if you just start doing something like that, okay, you got 10 guns, you got to have them all insured, because if whatever one shoots somebody, that's the one we're gonna be looking for you responsible for, and they all got to be licensed. They got to be renewed every so often, and your ass got to come down every so often, and just like you do with your driver's license.
I like that.
Check,
yeah.
And check your mental stability. You might have changed over.
We might be crazy, and you might have been gone crazy in the last couple of years. You still got a bunch of guns.
You might have had a little issue the last 4 or 5 years. We need to check your trigger finger.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so y'all can keep that, Congress, if y'all need it.